Hi everybody, it's Dee Dee with Aller Cuisine. Thank you so much for being here today. I am so excited to talk to you because the end of the school year is coming. It's just a few weeks away here. I think the kids only have a week and a half left of school in Colorado. It's crazy. And summer camps are right around the corner. And if you're a food allergy mom, that might make you a little bit nervous and a little bit hesitant because at school, you know the teachers, you've gotten to know the faculty and the staff and the principals and everyone, and you feel confident and safe when your child's at school. Sending them away to day camp or overnight camp is a whole nother ball of wax. People you don't know, people you haven't interacted with, policies that you may not be aware of. There are so many things that you as a food allergy mom are probably worrying about, or a food allergy dad, when it comes to sending your kids away to camp. Again, whether that's day camp or whether it's sleepaway camp. And if you run a camp or you work at a camp, there are a lot of things you need to be aware of when you have children in your charge that have food allergies or celiac disease or severe gluten intolerances or other special dietary issues. So this is something you want to pay attention to. Moms, before we begin, the Nourish Festival in Destin. Have you been to Destin, Florida? Beautiful place. The Nourish Festival in Denver, Colorado is this weekend, and I still have a few tickets left to give away. So if you'd like a chance to win tickets to the Nourish Festival, which is this huge party basically for food allergy and gluten-friendly people, there are seminars, there's education, there are products, there's food everywhere, food, gluten-free, allergy-friendly, super safe, lots of fun family event this weekend in Denver, May 18th and 19th. And if you pop on over to allercuisine.com, you can sign up for our newsletter and enter a chance to win those free tickets. And I am ready to give them away. I've given away about 8 in the last 2 weeks, so that's awesome. And I want to give more away to you. So go ahead and sign up and let's get going back to summer camp. It is time. When you are talking to summer camps, even before you start talking to summer camps, doing your research or due diligence, please, please, please check and see if that camp is accredited with the American Camp Association, ACA. I'll put the link in the comments when we're finished. It's a great, great way to make sure that staff has been appropriately trained. They have over 300 health and safety standards that they have to pass in order to be accredited by the American Camp Association. So there's something to think about. You may want to check and see if the camp you're thinking of sending your child to is ACA accredited. The first thing you want to ask when you're screening, when you're on the phone talking to your camps, what's their experience with kids with food allergies? What protocols do they have in place? What's their policy? What is their training? How do they identify campers with food allergies? And then once they have that information about your child and they know about your child's food allergy and you feel really good that they know about your child's food allergy, who do they share that information with at the camp? Is it shared with the counselors? Is it shared with the other campers? Is it shared with the food service people? These are really important questions because it should be shared with all of those people. You're putting your child in their charge and everyone needs to be aware of their issues. So those are really important questions. Is there a doctor? Is there a nurse? Is there a medical professional on site? If you have a food allergic kid, especially if they've got an anaphylactic reaction, but all allergies are serious, you want to make sure there's somebody there who is qualified to take care of your child should there be an emergency. That's super, super important. Now, if there is an emergency, of course, your child, if they're older, they're going to be self-carrying their epinephrine. Are they allowed to self-carry their epinephrine? I don't know. This is another question you're going to need to ask as you're screening. Can they self-carry? If they cannot self-carry or they're little bitty and you don't want them self-carrying, where is that epinephrine stored? Do they have extra? Do they have stock epinephrine? Who is trained to administer that epinephrine? These are really, again, important questions, things that you will want to know so that you feel safe and confident in sending your child to this camp. The next thing, where's the nearest medical facility? You know, if we do the 2 shots of epinephrine and we still have a problem, we want to know how far the nearest medical facility is. A lot of these camps are out in the mountains, they are out in wilderness, and it might not be that close. So you probably want to pick a camp in which the location is close to an emergency medical facility, just in case we do want to make sure we're safe. What precautions were taken to prepare your child's food? Have the staff been adequately trained in food allergens, the food service, the camp counselors? Do they understand from intake to sleeping in the woods? Who's been trained? What was that training? Is it an accredited training? There are lots of accredited training programs out there. I think there are about 4 or 5 in the nation. My favorite, as you know, is Allertrain. Indian Head Camp, trained by Allertrain. Not plug in Indian Head Camp for any other reason than they're just an awesome camp, and I know it's a safe camp. There are a lot of other safe camps. Going to put links in the comments so that you have access to that information as well. But yeah, were they trained? How were they trained? Who trained them? What were they trained on? Very, very important information for you to glean before you decide to send your pumpkin to a camp, right? Right. If your child is sleeping over in the cabin, what kind of food is allowed in the cabin? Are care packages going to be sent? Can we make sure that those care packages are safe? Is there a way to communicate to the other parents of the children who will be in the same cabin or tent as your child that your child has a food allergy, and maybe to refrain from sending those kinds of foods if they're allowed to have care packages in camps? Really, really important. And last but not least, who's telling the bunkmates? Is the counselor telling them? Are we having a skit? Are you telling them? How are they informed? Because everybody around your child needs to understand how severe this is. I am going to write a blog about this later. I'm going to post it on the website, so all of that information will be there, allercuisine.com. I will put those links here in the comments so that you have access to them as you get ready for this amazing summer and time to send your little pumpkins away. You will be armed with the information that you need in order to make sure they are safe and secure at summer camp. Pop over to the website, read the blog, sign up for the newsletter, and we will see you next week. Have a great and delicious day.